All right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing some Naya Tokens, but we're going to be playing a few new cards to see if we can really take this to the next level. And shout out to Asian Avenger, because while I was working on this, I saw something he put together that was also playing Political Triumph, and I actually feel better about playing this card now. But Political Triumph is a plan that every time you have a creature enters, you get to scry. And what I like about this card is that we can dig to the cards we want faster, which is great. And then when you put the fourth counter on it, you draw a card, which is nice because the deck doesn't have a lot of way to draw cards, and you get to put a counter on everything you have on the battlefield, which is great if you're making a lot of tokens at once. We do have some Burst Lightning because we got to deal with early Badger Moles and stuff. We have Stadium Headliners because these are fantastic at making tokens, as are Voice of Victory, and Shocking Sharpshooters, so you can see where some of this damage is going to come from. We do have Lightning Helix as well. We're going to throw in a copy of Brigid, Glatchen's Heart. This is a card that kind of got forgotten, but it's actually pretty sweet because it makes two creatures, so itself and a token, and then on the backside we can get mana so we can load up to do some other things. We also have Anima Call just to keep making more tokens, Ward Leader's Call so those tokens are larger, and Alien Invasion. Again, large tokens, dealing damage every time one enters, kind of fits the whole thing we're doing. We do have a couple copies of Elspeth as well, because making twice as many tokens or just making your tokens fly with an extra counter is nice. But also Song of Totentans. So if we're able to get Brigid even, get that extra mana, or just have these come out with a Political Triumph so they get an extra +1/+1, or even if there's a War Leader's Call, that's a lot of extra damage. So hopefully this will be how we finish off some of our games. But yeah, before we get into everything, remember, check out our sponsor, Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON over there. It'll save you 5% on whatever you decide to get. And they're great for finding all kinds of stuff. You get to save some money, support the channel. But let's go hop in and see if we can get some actual wins with the help of some Political Triumph. I'm going to keep this even though there's no white mana, and we're going to hope we draw some, because there's more white mana than anything else, I think. But so far, we did not find any. And I have a feeling our opponent's just setting up to remove some creatures. So let's just start with Sharpshooter. Because, I mean, what else are you doing? You're obviously killing something. Like, not a secret. Probably another kill spell, I would imagine. So let's get this down first. See if they have a get loss. They might. Though that says it's another Lightning Helix. That weird pause. At least it felt like it. Nope. They're going to exile it at some point. That would be believable. Alright. Give them a choice, I guess. Oh, they're just going to consult. All right. Well, I wasn't sure this was going to go this way. This is kind of interesting. So we get to attack for 2. I wonder what they took. Assuming one of those gets rid of either of these enchantments. Yeah, I was going to say, you're not going to let me keep both of them. That'd be crazy. So that just makes sense. Goes Vacuum, sure. We're not too married to that idea. Now, this is interesting because they left a white and a blue open. So I think we need to test the waters first. Just to see. It could just be Lightning Helix. All right. Do we go Voice of Victory first? Oh, it's in a Brave. Okay, same difference. But this also says they don't have, realistically, a sweeper. Because you would have just left that, right? That's just 2 damage. Maybe 3 or 4, but... Alright, I guess we go with Sharpshooter. With the assumption that if things don't work, we'll go ahead and play Alien Invasion afterwards. I considered waiting so that we could play Alien Invasion and Sharpshooter and just play Anima Call now, but we'd be getting no value off the Anima Call, so felt kind of bad. Alright, there's a Shiko. Good news is, yeah, you're going to have to do something like that, so we'll take it. We are only at 12, and that's like 3 attacks from their guys, so that's something else we have to pay attention to. Let's go with Alien Invasion. Let's crack one of these. Well, we're getting land out of the way, so that's good, I guess. Hell yeah. Now it's just, do you have a counter for our Song of Totentans, my friends? All right, attack. I mean, obviously, we can't do nothing about it. We have to attack. I mean, I guess in theory, they could spend their turn to make 2 bodies. All right, there's a stock up, which I'm assuming will be looking for something to get rid of either the invasion or the war leader's call. Don't believe you'll let us have both when you're looking at Song of Totentans on top of the library, but the hell do I know? Maybe you would. Yeah, I'll block, hell. If you're going to spend your mana to kill our sharpshooter, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna. So now we have to play the weird, how much mana are you going to commit game? Like, do you want us to have this? What if I try to put a counter on it? Yeah, sure. Because if you have a Helix or an Abrade, you're going to want to crack it right now. Oh, and another invasion. Okay. All right. Go to the attack step, I guess. Bounce off? Sure. That works for us, I guess. Go attacking, which also makes another Deuter. Deal some extra damage. Makes 2 Deuters because we put a counter on the Animpakal. Alright. And then we'll just play that and go ahead and try to recast the Sharpshooter. Alright. I mean, we technically have a couple of potential outs, right? We have the creature coming from the invasion. We have the ability to make another invasion. We have a Song of Totentans. So, like, I don't know. We probably still lose to something. Yeah, I'll block. Why not? Just to make sure nothing crazy happens where they could burn us out or something. Okay, Day of Judgment's fine. We can live with that. 1, 2, 3, 4 will leave us 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Yeah, sure. Second Alien Invasion. Great. And then we'll just play our Song of Totentans. Go to 10. For 3. And then have all kinds of damage incoming. Alright. Got one through on the control deck. Man, that was a lot of work. Yeah, I was a little bit too patient, but part of that was trying to play around whatever sweepers, making sure we don't get a key card countered, so once the board swept, we can keep making tokens. But yeah, I think we did pretty good there. I think the ability of just having so many cards that can generate tokens really can be a problem for the opponent. Plus, we have damage where we don't even have to attack. Oh, can we keep this? I don't think so. You know what? I kind of want to do it. Let's try it. Let's just keep it and see what happens. I think it's kind of a bad keep, but let's just do it for sport and see what happens. Oh, this is a 5-color control pile. All right. Well, let's get this Deuter out. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. I was thinking I might want a Song of Totentans, but we're going to try to... I think we're going to try to Song, then Song again, which should set off the Political Triumph, and we'll get +1/+1 counters. And then hopefully by then we have the 4th land. Ah, as much as I love you, Elspeth. And even in this matchup, we need to make sure we have mana. I was like, I don't think we're going to get to keep the creatures, but, you know, we'll keep trying. I mean, we still got a point since they took a damage from their land, so that's kind of cool. All right. Oh, wait, we don't have... Oh, dang it. I thought that land was going to be untapped. I thought it was if we just controlled a basic, but we have to control a mountain. Dang it. Well, that's unfortunate. But either way, we get to scry for our land. I was plotting on there being 2 creatures there, not 1. So that's very disappointing. Oh, they're randomly playing some lessons. Yeah, sure, that can stay there. Alright, well, we'll just keep trying, I guess. Opponent's just obviously playing a spell-heavy deck, so let's just see if they have counters or whatnot. Okay, well, we get 3 scries. And we'll probably get hit with, like, fire magic or something, so our creatures just don't get anything. Nope, they're going to consult. Fantastic. So our best hope here is that all they did was get some type of sweeper. Let's put that away. Let's try to dig to some threats to have. Okay, I'll take a second invasion. That's cool. Yep, that can go away. Let me get in for our damage. I assume something that gets rid of these creatures will happen here. Because they're not just going to want to keep taking 6. Or maybe they will. I don't know. Wait, this takes 4? Whenever you attack this turn... Eh, maybe. Oh, wow. They really are hard up. They don't have a sweeper at all. Hell yeah. Oh, do I not have it? Red, red, green. Oh, no. All right. Well, Bridget, you're up. You're one of the reasons you got called in here is for this situation. Loot. All right. Our upkeep. Or whatever. We will auto pay. Oh, but I still won't have double red if I do that. Damn. No which way I do this is this going to work. That sucks. 4, 5, 6. Put them at 5. Yeah, it's just not going to be enough. Dang it. I just needed one more red land of any kind and we could have won. Or at least been in position where we could have won. Not saying we're dead yet, but it's getting real close. Okay, Boomerang Bridget. Is that all that happens? Is that it? Nope. They drew all the removal. Fair enough. All right, what's the last card? Okay. Well, you're a land that's not going to help the cause any. But if they don't have a way to gain life, in theory, we could burst lightning for 4 because they'll be close to tapped out. Oh, no, they don't actually. They had to cast that tablet that turn. Or the improvisation that turn from the tablet. All right, so they've got 4 mana. Grand doesn't do anything here. I mean, technically it makes stuff cheaper, but you have 1 card. Whatever. Sure. How did our lowly creature deck, where we couldn't even cast our cards, get to the situation? I'll take it, but man, Magic's weird sometimes. That's crazy. Look at, literally, the opponent killed damn near every creature we played or bounce it. Lightning, Combustion, Consult, so I'm assuming it get at least one of these removal, because they had another Combustion, a Braid, didn't cast the Improvisation because they didn't have the mana, Boomerang, combustion, boomerang. That's just silly. Like, what are y'all doing out here? But hey, you know what? We'll take those wins. They've got to be happy when they do that much stuff and you still win. Maybe not with creatures, but hey, they did the job. Yeah, we'll keep this. Lots of damage lands, unfortunately. We do at least have lightning healers to get some of that damage back, but not a lot. But we will go ahead and use that removal. Because a lot of times, and I've said it before in other videos, but playing against this mono white or white blue auras deck, you just take out every creature you can when you don't think they have defense up, because it's such a big deal to try to eliminate all that stuff. Let's go Stomping Ground. War Leader's Call. Also, that was a mistake on my part. I should have used the Lightning Helix on the Survivor. One, because it's more mana efficient at that point, but also because there's the reality that we know this Skyward Spider exists, and we have a better chance of being able to kill it with Burst Lightning because it's less damage intensive, or mana intensive, because of the ward. But we might just be SOL. We'll see. We'll have to try to make some things happen. We go Sharpshooter. We take 2 because that's kind of our only option. And we'll go ahead and shoot the spider. And then I assume if the opponent has any type of removal, we'll see it here. And we're going to have to top deck something. Which we don't have many options. So it probably has to be like exactly Song of Totentans to give us a shot. And even less if it's just Sheltered by Ghosts here. Shard Mage's Rescue, that's a lot of damage. But I think... Okay, well they have something else, so like we gotta be cooked, right? I mean, no blocks. We just gotta go to 6 and hope for the best. Yeah, that's a good blocker. And that does not help us. That is sad. Alright, well... This is unfortunate. So we attack, we deal 2. They go to 9. They block this. They would take 2, 3, 4. They'd be at 5. Yeah, we don't have a choice, actually. This is all we can do. Unfortunately, we only drew 2 creatures. Or 2 things that even make creatures. Even an Elspeth would have been good to just make our creatures fly here. What would have been acceptable. But we don't even have that. So it's a rough go. Yep. I think now we're kind of on Song of Totentans or nothing, and opponent removal auto wins. Or life gain makes it where we can't beat them. So there's a lot of ways this goes poorly, basically, is what I'm saying. All right. You got it. I mean, we have to block. The crazy part is we still have outs. Come on, man. Can we draw one? One of the Song of Totentans, one time. That is not a Song of Totentans. But technically, we're not dead. I mean, if they have any enchantment, we're dead, though, right? All right, we'll just cast it. I mean, all right, they have the protective spell. We lose. GG's, we can move on. Yeah, that's a tough one because we had all day. We just didn't draw anything. We just sat there with just our 2 knuckleheads while we drew lands. So that's tough. But those games happen. You know what? I'm going to keep it just for science purposes. I don't know if we're going to Song and Totentans for 2 or not. What we'd like to draw is one of our creatures on turn 2, Song on 3, and then Invasion on 4. Hopefully find a 4th untapped land by then, right? But there's a lot of hopes and dreams put in those statements. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, just pass, I guess. Maybe it's the only chance against mono blue we're going to be able to sneak in a Song of Totentans, but... All right. Well, this isn't going to resolve, obviously. Oh, whoa. Whoa. What? What did you keep, opponents? What is that hand? And we didn't flash anything in, and we didn't search for... What? What? Okay. I saw 2 blue mana. I'm like, oh, we're playing against one of those mono blue decks that's trying to fill up the graveyard or whatever. So I guess now we have red, green, white. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We'll just set up stuff for post Day of Judgment. Don't know if we need another one, but I'll take it. I mean, don't know if they're going to Day of Judgment either. I mean, okay, they had a tap land, so that's obviously not happening on their side. I think I want to save the Song of Totentans. Let's just go another Political Triumph. They looks like they have a counter or something. Let's go to the attack step. All right, they're just going to let that happen for some reason. I don't think we need a third one. I will take another one of those, just in case. All right, this is a big attack if they don't have anything. Like, you gotta have something, right? Oh, well, they have a consult. That is something. They're gonna take 9? And we have 10, 11, 12, so they'll be at 3? All right, I mean, technically, between the Lightning Helix and the Alien Invasion, we don't even need to do anything. Oh, they don't even have double white for a sweeper here. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's a little tough, right? Because, like, we got to win against the control deck. They didn't do much, but at the same time, if they did have the sweeper, we had plays set up for both scenarios, no matter what they did. So I guess it was fine. We're probably going to win that one anyway. Okay, let's keep it. This is probably, like, as good as we could hope for the hand to set up for, right? Play this, get our Triumph, play a Voice of Victory, probably follow up with Animal Call, and then try to go nuts with the Song, if we're lucky. Nope, here comes Badger Mole Code. Now the question is, if we were to get something like a Lightning Helix, would we use that? Well, it doesn't matter, we didn't get it, so don't have to answer that question. Don't need land for sure. Alana, sure. And we're aboard. All right, cool. We're dead. Congrats. And while I know somebody's going to go, oh, see, this is why Badger Mole and Ouroboros are too good. The truth is, we didn't draw any removal in our hand, right? We kept the hand with no removal. That's what's going to happen against those decks, right? I could have mulliganed to made sure I had some defensive card on the draw. Didn't do it. So we lost. That's kind of what happens. Okay, let's keep this. I don't know why I was so hesitant, but here we are. All right. Okay, found another land. That's good. Oh, why'd I do that? That could have been into play on tap, or tapped. We didn't need it untapped. Gosh damn it. I've been so used to playing things on turn 2 with 2 mana that I'm like, oh, just play it on tap. I was on autopilot. If we lose by 2 at the end, I'll know where it came from and I'll just have to be sad. Let's put this on red and play a War Leader's Call. And we're not going to attack yet. Even though trading for a Squelcher would be nice. I think our headliner's worth a little bit more right now. Intriguing. Man, I really want to go for it here with the Song of Totentans, right? Because we get 3 creatures in, we get to trigger the Triumph. There'll be 3 3s. We get to deal 3 damage. And the opponent had a Rakdos Joins Up go to the yard. You know what? Let's do it. Because if we can get them low enough, we could double Helix. So yeah, let's go for it. I mean, they probably have spot removal or something, but it's like, you got to have something. You got to show us. Like, if not, oh well. Wow, you have nothing? I mean, I guess I kind of want this. We don't need it, but it's just like another way to win if they don't sweep the board, right? I mean, I'm just like, this is a lot of damage. Like, you gotta destroy something. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way you're just letting this happen, right? That's crazy. Whoa, and they didn't even block with the Squelcher? Why? Squelcher doesn't do anything. Why would you not block 3 damage there? I mean, I'm appreciative, but why wouldn't you? Yeah, you got it, I guess. Sure. Go attacking. Make some more bodies that deal damage. All right, cool, I guess. All right. Yeah, we need to draw a significant amount of land or any of our things that benefit from creatures entering. But also, Seesaw. I was going to say, but also getting one of our other creatures wouldn't have been terrible. But let's go ahead and get a Seesaw out the way. And go attacking. Though at some stage of the game, Cecil blocking does somewhat benefit us. Our stadium headliner gone. Yep. Strategic Betrayal takes care of that. I assume you have other removal. You just use a Strategic Betrayal because we only had one thing and we're playing tokens. Or you just have 2 Strategic Betrayals. Also makes sense. Alright, we're going to get in there with these till we find the extra land to be able to play our alien invasions. Looks like we're both having mana issues, but different types. Moreland. Hey, you'll get to gain some life off of it. That's not nothing. Oh, boo. All right. Well, we want to keep attacking with our dudes. And for you to not get life. If they play a room to draw cards, that kind of helps us too. In a weird way. This is actually bad now. But alright. If they get us, I suppose. Then they just play their duder that we lose half our life. Twice. Nah, Preacher. Alright, well, that doesn't kill us, I guess. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, and go attacking. All right. At least we have a blocker now, so we're not insta-dead. Sure, that won't kill us, though. But I'm assuming the opponent just has to stay... Wait, you're not even staying back to block? Do you have a way to drain us for 3? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that blocks. That helps. No, wait. Yeah, because they get life off their other dude, too. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter now. Never mind. So opponent goes to 4. We attack. We have to get rid of one of the life linkers. Now we're all right. Because they block 4, go to 5, take 5. Yep. Ooh, still got away with one. I'm gonna be real with y'all. When we have a bunch of things that can't block, if your opponent has Bloodletter of Aclazots when they get that 4th land, woo, we got lucky things worked out the way they did, though. Okay, yeah. Gonna be some damage early from our own lands, but we know the type of game we're playing. Veteran Survivor, you got it. Oh boy, we're gonna want to draw land really, really badly. There's likely going to be a shelter for a Voice of Victory, if I were guessing. Nope, but there could be a Seam Rip. Nope, it's just an Ethereal Armor. That's actually not as bad as it could have been. No blocks. Untap land, please. Eee, that sucks. That is the worst possible situation. And now we're going to be faced with the decision. You know what? I should have just played this first and just set it up to let us scry. Yeah, I hate it, but sure. I guess if I did that, I wouldn't be able to get their creature out of the way. Whoa, they're conceding? What? I was seriously just about to say, if I had played Political Triumph, I wouldn't be able to get their creature out of the way, and then we could have just been in trouble. But I guess we get the win anyway. This is the weird stuff that happens on the ladder sometimes. So this is one of the cases where we say, hey, this was a win, but I also tell people, look at how decks won or lost, not just if they won or lost. Because technically this is a win, but I don't know. It looked like both of our draws were kind of screwed up there. Whew. Okay, let's keep it. Let's try to save ourselves some damage. Yeah, this is a bad hand against a control matchup if that's what this is, because we have no real aggression of any kind. We're going to have to really, really, really hope our late stage cards come through. Oh. Oh, is this the, like, deal double landfall whatever deck? Okay, sure. Because this is destroy non-basic. Yeah. All right. Kind of hate that that's the way that's got to go, but sure. And then I guess this is where we'll see Fin Fang Foom or whatever his name is. Nope, they're just going to stock up. All right, so we get a turn to do something. I don't know what something's going to be yet. In a way, I would like for it to be War Leader's Call and a 1-mana creature. Well, we just drew a lot of mana, so that doesn't really help. So we can go War Leader's Call. I guess play Temple Garden tapped. I mean, it kind of sucks just having to run out the War Leader's Call by itself, but what are we going to do? Is there a world where if they tap out to play like loot, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would deal 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, they have Fin Fang Foom now, so that math is all irrelevant. So now I don't think I want to play the encampment first. But I have to decide if it's worth it to try to go for it with Song of Totentans. Because we deal 4, or we deal 8, so they go to 9. If we attack with everything, they take 8 more and go to 1. Is that correct? All right, let's try that then. Because they could just Avengers assemble or Avenger disassemble, and then we have to hope they're at 1 and we kill them with the headliner, if I did my math right. I mean, we're just doing it. All right, attack. No. Yeah, they do go to 1. Unless, I guess they could have a burst lightning, and that would mess up our math. But, like, if they do, they do. All right, they're at 1. I'm going to assume at minimum there's an Avengers disassembled, which gets rid of all of our 2/2s. But if that's all there is, we do have Sharpshooter plus Headliner, and we just win anyway. All right, cool. Don't have to worry about it. Like, real talk, are these landfall decks still any good? Because I don't see them doing well in any best of 3 tournaments, and I think except for once when I've run into them on the ladder, we've actually done pretty well against them. So, I don't know. Y'all have to let me know if any of y'all are playing these and doing well with them or not. I think they were, like, hot for a moment, and then sort of fell off. Ooh, no green mana. But we could get to Scry. All right. Let's take the damage. And you got turn that into an island. Okay. Soul Guide Lantern. Good news. We don't care about a Soul Guide Lantern. And we did find our green source. So far, so good. Pretty sure that pause is just for the light lantern activation. Don't need that. Yeah, might as well draw a card. All right. Well, not great. I mean, I guess I'm going to try to get them to just counter something so that way we could roll into a alien invasion maybe easier next turn. I mean, if they're just not doing anything, I guess I'll take the Helix. We know next turn we're going to try to play the alien invasion anyway. I mean, if they just not have anything? All right, that's 8. Sure. Okay, red mana. Ill-timed explosion. Sure, because I was like, what did you keep other than just Soul Guide Lantern? That's crazy. Oh, they're trying to play the silly, what's it called? The loot, and then go for a win with Mathemagics. Can we win next turn? We'd be attacking for 2, 3, that's 6. Oh, well, okay then. I don't know what people are out here doing. Like, what hand I guess you just have a bunch of counter spells and I wasn't rolling into counters? Like, I don't know what the hell just happened. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know if y'all are playing this type of stuff on the ladder or not. Well, yeah, I think we only had 1 loss in that run of games. So that was actually kind of crazy. Yeah, the deck was very good, y'all. I mean, not much else to say, really. We had that weird game or two where the opponents drew weird, so I don't know. Make of that what you will. I would say there were a couple of times where we were a little worried because we didn't draw our mana, which was a little bit tough. But overall, the deck did what we wanted to. We played against, you know, some control decks, played against some heavy removal decks. You know, we played against other aggro piles. Oh, no, actually, I think we had 2 losses in there, actually. We had 2 losses, now I'm thinking about it. But yeah, overall, very cool. I think this was a fun way to play it. I don't know, maybe Bridget doesn't need to be a thing, and this could just be something else that either removes something or makes another token. Maybe another Song of Totem Dance. I thought it was kind of cool to throw in here and try, though. Animpakal obviously was good, pulled her weight. I mean, maybe you want to play 1 Arabella, so it looks a little more like the other token sets that we play, so you could like drain your opponent's life total and still like gain a bunch of life in some situations. There's probably a few other things it could be, but yeah, this was cool. I would definitely recommend this if you're playing tokens already. I think Alien Invasion worked out great, especially for the control matchups, so you can just keep making bodies, which is fantastic, especially if you have Sharpshooter or War Leader's Call, because that's just like an extra damage on top of that token coming through. One more quick thing I wanted to throw in there is that if you are looking for some hard removal, because sometimes you're going to need that where the creatures are just bigger than 3 or 4 toughness, where your burn spells won't get rid of them, don't be afraid to add in some get loss if that becomes a consistent problem. I don't know if it will, because you're mostly trying to outrace your opponents, and sometimes you can have them block plus your burn damage, but just something to think about, and if you're missing some other cards, those wouldn't be bad ones to throw in there. But yeah, just constant damage works. I mean, tokens are still good, no surprise. But yeah, this list will be on Moxfield. Like always, y'all know y'all can download it there and find all our other decks there if you want to give them a go. Also, please give us a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff so more people find it. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And you know, your sub helps. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.